First of all, I guess, why can you explain a bit why the press conference is at Old Trafford today? It's quite unusual.
We had a meeting with all the staff, trying to connect everybody, the sports part with this facility. The people that are here are far from Carrington. We are trying to build a connection to be closer. Carrington and the stadium together, and that was the reason.
Within yours, there's been some positives and some growing pains as well, with some difficult decisions taken. How important is it that everyone is together and moving in the right direction? Because this club could be special when that is the case.
Yeah, that is something that you cannot buy. The pedigree and the size of the club. This is something that we have to use it. So it's a key point for us. Also improving the youth teams, creating a connection between everybody to put this club in the place that it needs to be.
In terms of Wednesday's game, are there any players that will be back or unavailable?
We have one more training session to see it. Maybe Lenny Yoro is going to be in the squad. I felt that is in the good moment now. His fitness is better, so I think it is going to be in the squad. The rest I have to see it, because some players were tired. We have to assess tomorrow in training.
Hi Ruben. How excited are you to work with Lenny Yoro and see him in the first team for Manchester United now?
I think he's a special talent. We have to be careful in this first moment, because we didn't have too many trainings together. So he's training not alone, but with a small group of players. He's really fast. He's a modern defender, and that is good when you want to press high, and you leave a lot of strikers, especially in this league, 1-against-1. I think he can manage that. He's very good with the ball, so I'm really excited. I have to be careful. We have to manage the load and the minutes in the beginning, but I'm really excited to see Lenny Yoro playing.
Is Arsenal, in your opinion, the biggest challenge you've faced yet coming to the Emirates?
Yeah, it's the best team. It's the best team that we faced by far. But the test is every game. If you see the last game yesterday was really tough. It was a 4-0, but you see it, the game like I see it. So everything now is a test, without so much minutes to train, trying to manage the numbers of minutes for a lot of players. You cannot try to imagine one game. You have to know that some players have to be out of the pitch in 60 minutes, 70 minutes. So it's really hard in this moment. Everything is a test, but Arsenal is for me. I know that is hard for a Manchester United to say, but they are in the different point of their team. They are in the different moment.
Ruben, you're obviously learning about your team with every game you play. Testing yourself against a challenge like Arsenal, especially away, what would you want to see from your players this week?
It's important to be brave. When I say brave, it's not to pressing all the time in the raya. It's not the same. We have to understand the game, the moments of the game, and we need to have the ball. That is a key point, because we want to have the ball. We want also to dominate some moments of the game, because we know that in these matches is hard to control all the game. And we have, if I have to say something, we have to be brave and to play the game.
Can I ask about Bruno Fernandes? He came off at the weekend and he was pictured with a bit of ice on his ankle. Was that precautionary? Do you expect him to travel to London?
No, he's fit to play. I see him already this morning, and he's fit to play. He's a guy that don't need a lot of rest. You know him, so he is prepared to play.
You mentioned yesterday you're already starting to know the phrases of some of the songs here, and fans have already got a chant for yourself. How important is that connection between the fans and yourself going to be going forward?
I don't like my chant. You say chant. I don't like it. I feel a little bit not embarrassed, but because I'm the coach, they have to chant for the players and for the club. So it's not a good thing for me. I understand. I really appreciate the connection with the supporters, but I want them to support the team and the players because they are on the pitch. I'm outside the pitch, but I'm really honored about that, and I feel a connection with the supporters. But we know that we need results to maintain that.
And one player that's impressed since you've been here and Ruud is Nus Mazraoui. What have you made of him, and how do you see him in training for the games as well?
In training, I don't see him a lot, but in games, he's a top player because he understands the game. He knows how to attack. He's very technical. He's very good defensively. Very good one-on-one. It's a modern player. So I think he's the future of our team. When you think about him, you think like we need more players like Nus that can control the tempo. They are quite really good and comfortable with the ball, and they understand the game. So Nus, I'm really happy with him. I think he's an amazing job. Sometimes the coaches are just judge about the titles, but what he has been doing in Arsenal, I think is amazing. He transformed the team. He bought some of youngsters that now are the big talents in this country. I hope to have the same mindset that he had in the difficult moments, because I followed the Premier League for a long time. I think it's a very good characteristic in Mikel. So I think he did. He's doing a great job.
And it was a great example of a football club keeping faith in the manager, because he had one season when it went down, but they stuck with him.
Yeah, that is also always important for a coach to have that confidence, but we have to acknowledge that Manchester United is a little bit different. All the attention that you guys putting here all the time, so I know that that sometimes is not possible to have all that time. So we will try to manage that and try to do things a little bit more fast, knowing that. Here is a massive attention and massive judgment every day.
Hi Ruben, I know it's still a month away, but you're bound to have had discussions. Do you expect or do you want to do anything in the January transfer window in terms of bringing players in possibly?
No, we didn't think about that because we have so much games, but it's something when the window opens we can do something. I don't know, I have to talk with Dan about that, with the board, but in this moment the focus is try to win some games and to put this team in a better position in all competitions. So we'll have time to do that, but we'll see what happens in January.
Hi. Ahmad's got 1 year left on his contract, it's up in the summer, and we've got an extension option. Would you get involved in something like that, and what do you think of Ahmad's long-term future?
I think he wants to stay, and we want him to stay, so that is clear, and we will find a solution.
And his role has been wing back so far. We've seen him as a number 10. Do you think he can play in different positions? Yes. I think he's one of the great advantages of Ahmad. He's very good, for me, he's very good playing in that position, but also playing between the lines, because he has a good control and he seems faster with the ball than without the ball. So it's something that he has, and he is capable of playing in both positions. And he can play in different systems. So in the future we will play in the different system maybe. So it's that kind of player that we need in the team.
Dave, you've been here 3 weeks today. How would you assess the progress made in those 3 weeks? Has it surprised you? Are you where you thought you'd be? How would you gauge it in terms of where you and your team, your coaching staff are, and the players are? Are you where you want to be?
We don't have much time. I'm pleased not. Of course, we had a draw in Ipswich. I'm pleased with the next 2 games. The results was really good. I felt an improvement, a big improvement since Ipswich for the Europa League game, and that also maybe because the team is different. the intensity of the pressure was different, so allow us to control more the game. This game was also different with a very good result, but we had some problems in the first half, the middle of the first half. So we are doing okay in results. We are improving slowly, but we don't have training. So I'm very pleased with all the work and the effort that the players are doing in this moment.
Paul, just go back to Ahmad again, Ruben. You got lots of options for that right wing back slot. Why did you pick Ahmad for that role? Because before he was a very attack-minded winger, and now he's got to do both sides of the job.
Because of his left foot, is sometimes in that position, the way he receives the ball, if you are right-footed, sometimes you don't have the space to come inside. But we have, for example, Mazraoui and Dalot can go inside because they are fast and strong with the ball. But we chose Ahmad to have 1-against-1 outside, and that is very important to break some pressures, and especially high pressures. And he has that ability. And then in that position, you need to have a good physicality. When I say good physicality, it's not the size, obviously, but he can run, and that is a key point in that position. So you try to choose players that you can put in that position, and then the technical characteristics, and I think is perfect for him.
Chris. Hi, Ruben. You mentioned before the attention that you get here, and you mentioned about the meeting today and the size of this club. You've been here for 3 games now. You obviously knew coming into this job it was a very big job. Did it surprise you just how big it really is?
A little bit, because you don't know how is life in this kind of club. So it's always a surprise. I think I can manage that, but you have to do so much more than coach the team. So you improve and other things in yourself as a coach. You have to manage the time in a different way. You have less time to prepare the games, not just because you are playing after 2 days, but also because you have a lot to do. I can say it was a little bit surprise, but at the same time I was expecting something different.
And can I ask you, I presume that you watched the Arsenal Sporting game recently, the 5-1. Does that game underline to you how hard it will be on Wednesday? What did you learn from that game that could help you maybe?
I already knew it. Arsenal this year they play a little bit different. They are more fluid. You cannot, for example, 2 years ago when we faced them with Sporting, you knew how to press because they were you can understand better the structure. Now it's more fluid with Calafiori in Timber in different size, one coming inside, the other going outside. Also, Odegaard changed the team, and you can feel it during this season. So you can take something from that game, especially because I know so well the opponent, so you can understand the weakness of that team. But every game is different, so you take something, but you already know that you are going to face a very good team.
Last question, Rod.
You've been really clear about sort of playing down expectations very early on. This could be a long-term project. Even after your sporting team beat City, you were very keen to kind of play it all down. But if your United team go to Arsenal on Wednesday and win, do you feel you may struggle to kind of keep a lid on those expectations? Because there's going to be a lot of Man United fans who are very, very excited about what maybe this team can achieve in the immediate sort of short term as well.
I would like to say different things, but I have to say it again. The storm will come. I don't know if you use that expression, but we are going to have difficult moments, and we will be found out in some games. And I know that because I'm knowing my players, and I know football, and I follow football. So I understand the difference between the teams. And we are in the point that we are putting simple things in the team without training. And you feel it. In this game against Everton, they changed a little bit the way they were building up. They are very good teams. And we were with a lot of problems because we cannot change it by calling one thing to the captain. So we don't have this training. So let's focus on each game, on the performance, what we have to improve, trying to win games, and that is the focus. I know it's really hard to be a Manchester United coach and say these things in press conference. We want to win all the time, no matter what. We are going to try to win, but we know that we are in a different point if you compare to Arsenal. So it is what it is, and we will try to win it, and we will go with confidence to win. But we know that we need to play very well to win the next football match. Thank you. Thank you, guys.